Good morning. You lucky bunch of people get to follow me around for the day. But you've not missed much. I woke up this morning, had a shower, walked the dog, pretty basic, and now we're off to the gym. The time is 5:30, so yeah, you've not missed much. But today we've got a couple of things. Not so exciting, I got my hair cut. My hair's quite long. Look at that. I don't know what I was doing. Last year I grew it for the entire year. That was quite fun. I'm going to chop down into a little mullet. And then this year I've just kind of let it grow, but I didn't really want to. So now I'm going to go get it cut short again. Not too sure what I'll get, I trust it. But we have two things coming up today. So number one is we have our first targeted advert marketing meeting. I think it'll be quite interesting for you guys to hear some of the background of the gym and what we do and what we're trying to create and how we're trying to structure things. Because you never know, one day if this becomes a success, it'll be good for you guys to see the beginnings. But yeah, got that at 2 o'clock today. And the other thing that we've got is our yoga workshop with Chloe. So Chloe has been in and around the gym for the last couple of weeks. She qualified as a yoga instructor. Fully sold out, which is fantastic. It's what we want. We want everything that we do to be fully booked, and it seems to be that way with Emily's Pilates. It's fully booked. With this yoga, it's fully booked. So everything that we do, we want to, when we put our stamp on it, we want people to trust it and it'd be good. So we're going to show you the behind the scenes of us getting ready and sorted for that. So that's the night. So yeah, you get to follow me around. So enjoy. Yo, so what have we done this morning? So James had his session. So he had his session at 6. James had his session at 6:15 till 7. Emily had her Pilates. I'll show you a clip there. And I've just had a session where I joined in. So it was a nice little one-to-one, and I get to join in with the one-to-ones, which was quite fun. And I've got one more session to go, and then we're finished. And then me and Emily are going to quickly go meet at David Lloyd to get some work done. It's a lovely little workspace. So people keep asking me, and I keep saying the same thing, like, why did you join another gym? Mainly because it's quite a nice place to sit and do work. Like, as much as we've got like the reception area, again, like we said, we're kind of thinking about changing that. It is more of a kind of a hangout. We don't have Wi-Fi in there yet, so that's something that we also need to do. But David Lloyd is a fantastic place to just sit, eat some food, chill out, do the bits that we need to do. And if I want to go sauna, which is predominantly what we pay for sauna, I can go do that as well. So it's really, really good. So that's what we're going to do after this. We're going to get some work done and start doing some prep for tonight for the yoga session. And I'm going to start doing some prep for the marketing chat that we've got. And then, like I said, I get my haircut. So yeah, pretty busy, pretty full on day today. So I hope you're enjoying following me, hot and sweaty. But yeah, enjoy following me around. Bye-bye. Here we go, done. Look at that haircut. Bosh. A lot shorter than I normally go, but that's what I wanted. I wanted to go a little bit shorter this time because my hair was getting long, especially with the heat as it is at the moment. It's like 31 degrees. 31 degrees, it's so hot. My head was getting sweaty, and the only thing I could ever do was put a hat on, so I needed to get it cut so I can start taking the hat off and not get the sweat around my head, So there you go. Hair short, done for the day, which is lovely. So I have got 2 hours now until this marketing conversation, which is the next thing that we're going to be talking about. So I'll talk to you about that in a second. Yeah, huge thanks to Jack, absolute legend at Mr. Barber, cuts my hair, bosh. Great conversations. Yeah, he's a nice guy, really nice guy. So next thing we'll be talking about is this marketing chat that comes up, and you'll get a bit of an insight into what it is specifically that we're trying to do and what we're not trying to do based on my experiences of previous places that I've worked. So yeah, get ready for that conversation. So see you in a second when I should be sitting down, maybe even having some lunch. Bye-bye. And like magic, we're here.
Woo!
Okay, so in about 15 minutes we've got our marketing chat. So it's the first one.
Yeah.
Where we're going to be talking about kind of paid adverts. No, that's not the word I want to use, is it?
No?
Targeted ads.
Targeted ads, to get leads.
To get leads. Yeah. Kind of been like saying that it's
We've
making
been
us
very fortunate in the nearly 2 years.
Yeah, our reputations have preceded us where people have joined because of that.
And our community have been really great at referring, doing referrals as well.
Yeah, they've been fantastic as well. We want to create systems within our business that we don't then have to constantly work on. They churn and they build and they get us leads.
Yeah,
And
makes
that's
our lives easier, essentially.
Yeah, so it's an investment of money, but it's totally worth it. So what we would like to do is using our social media platforms to create educational and enjoyable content for our audience. So we're just basically posting stuff that we want to post, and our audience get to see the insides and the outs of what we do on a regular basis. So we want to create loads of snippets of what we do. But then what we also want to do is create lead generation. So specifically trying to target people who would be our audience to come and look at our content, but ultimately to sign up and buy our product.
Yeah, we want the right people. We're passionate about having the right people within our space.
Yeah, we want to have the right
that's
people.
That's really important to us.
So, and it's hard to articulate what those values are as well, because the values that we're looking for is someone that understands that health and fitness is a lifestyle choice. It's not just something you can do over a quick
6 weeks
fix.
or,
They want to come to our events. Not all of the events, but there's something about what we put on that they value. So it's really difficult when we talk to marketers, because what we've noticed in the past is they'll use buzzwords within the industry that will target pain points that someone has, but they're not the pain points that we want to target. So when people talk about, you want to lose a bit of, what's the one that I had, Christmas fluff. I had to say that once in an advertising campaign, and I hated saying it.
I remember you called me and you were like, I can't say it.
But I don't want to use, but I do also want to use the word disingenuous. It just doesn't, the problem is you're trying to get someone to buy based on their pain points when you do stuff like that. Which is fine if that is their pain points and that's why they want to do it. But
and it does work.
It does work.
Don't get me wrong, the marketing does work.
That marketing does work, but that's also the problem. It works because then people sign up for a short period of time, 6 weeks, and then they don't want to then do it for the longevity of it, or you end up having to sell them a membership that lasts for a year. We don't want to do that. We just want people to be there because they want to be there. So we want to do specifically targeted ads to get those kinds of people, which is what we're going to be talking about today. So I'm hoping that gave you a bit of a background into what we're going to be talking about and why we're doing it. And as you can tell, we have the ideas and the directions. We can point the flashlight in the right direction, and we're looking for the right door. But it's gonna take a couple of iterations for us to really figure out what it is and how we want to do it. And I'm hoping that this is what we're gonna have with this conversation with this guy.
Fingers crossed. We've gone for he's a small business, growing business, very personalised. Like the guy who owns it is actually the guy that we speak to, and that was actually quite important to us, wasn't it? Because we considered other bigger marketing companies.
But we knew we'd get like a throw off from the actual, someone that's working for the company who has systems and procedures that they have to follow, as opposed to someone that's going to adapt and mould around what we need.
And we like to support small businesses as well, don't we?
We do. Especially at this stage of our journey when I would still consider ourselves a small business, although we've taken that big leap. Medium business, just above a small but not medium. I think this is valuable to us because we do want to work with people that kind of are helping us to articulate our vision, as you guys can clearly see that we're struggling to do ourselves. But someone that might be able to go, okay, that type of marketing is this, and here's how I've seen it done before. In my experience, we've done it this way, and that worked, but this didn't work, and okay, you can do this, but actually that might be a bit difficult to do. Someone who can help steer us at the same time. So.
And doing things like this and the social media as well, like the not personal social media, but showing our lives and all that stuff. Because a lot of the people who have come on board have already known us. They know what they're kind of buying into. Whereas showing this all online as well is other people who don't really know us can also get to know us in the same way and then come on board, if that makes sense.
That's exactly it. So the next clip you'll see is probably a time lapse of it, and then we'll talk. I tell you what, you'll show you a time lapse of it, and then we'll talk to you afterwards and tell you how it felt. What we felt like.
I think it's an exciting point in growing and expanding this business. I think
it's basically like a month trial, but it's really easy to be confident before you've actually done it, so we'll see how it goes. But I'm confident that this is the right step. Whether it's the right person, we'll find out soon enough.
We'll do the trial and
we'll see how it goes. But it's definitely the right step. We definitely need to be doing this. Take a load off of our minds and actually get on with it. So we'll just the ins and outs because.
And we're just people that will try stuff, and if it fails, it fails.
Hey, always try things once. Advice for life. Cool. So you'll see a screenshot. You'll see a time lapse. And then we'll talk to you afterwards about how it went.
Minutes.
Bye guys.
Bye.
sweating and I've got a sunburn, if you can see my chest. It's quite sitting by the pool. Just finished our call with the marketing guy, so really good. It was more set up, wasn't it? Just getting...
Yeah, there were a lot of technical difficulties.
So where I'd set up Habit Training as an e-commerce site before, so where I used to sell clothing, if you didn't know, on the site, and that's where Habit Training came from. We had to basically delete some things off and assign some things and get the payment methods all sorted, and then link you to it and link him to it and then link me to it. It was just a whole faff. A whole thing. So that is done. And I think the next steps for us is obviously, so what he's asked us to do is to film an advertising video, which we're okay with doing as long as it's the right words. Just don't want to say, are you looking to tone up?
The classic.
Lean up, get fitter and healthier. I mean, if you think about what we try to do, we do try to promote aerobic efficiency and aerobic capacity, and we do try to, aerobic endurance, and we do look at, muscular strength and muscular endurance and all this kind of thing.
Yeah.
We do
Fat loss and becoming leaner is like a byproduct of doing the things that we're doing.
Yeah,
but it's not like the main
focus.
Yeah.
So yeah, as long as we're staying away from that and still targeting people, and then like we said as well, as long as we try to get people onto a wait list. But he kind of explained that actually a lot of the people that are going to be calling us are what's called hot leads and cold leads. A cold lead is someone who just fills out the form and has no intention of joining, they're just filling it out. And a hot lead is someone that obviously fills out the form and then fills out the waitlist form as well, and they're really keen to get started because they know who we are and they've seen what we've done. So yeah, that's what we're going to try and do.
Yeah.
Cool. So we'll do that tomorrow. So you won't see that today, but you'll probably see that soon. And then now I'm going to coach a couple of sessions, and the next thing you'll see is us getting ready for Chloe's yoga.
Yeah.
Cool. Right.
Big day.
Magic transition time.
She did so good.
She did good. So that's day in the life. I'm tired now. It's now 8:30, so been up since 5:30.
Yeah.
Now 8:30. Not a typical day. Not a typical day. We've had a lot on.
Yeah.
But she did good. You'll see a time lapse here. I'll put it up of the session.
Yeah.
But she did fantastically. She did really, really good. She resonated really well with our members.
Been really well received and.
Really well received.
Yeah.
Her first session as well.
Yeah.
Teaching yoga where she learns it, and I think I explained that to you guys. But yeah, we'd like to get her in again.
Yeah.
We'd like to get her in again. So I think what we'll try and do is we'll try and do another workshop with her.
Yeah.
At some point. And then in the future, we'll try and get her to do 1 or 2 sessions with everybody to make it a little bit more personal. So I guess I want to summarize today as, and I said this to you last week, didn't I? As we start to do more things, we start to realize what it is that we're trying to create and what it is that we are. So when we're speaking to the marketing guy, for example, we realize what it is that we're trying to do in terms of promoting our business and market our business and what we do.
Yeah.
So we're trying to figure that out as well. With Chloe, it's the same thing. We've got someone external to come in and teach something. We want to be a facility that has the ability to give younger coaches the opportunity to be able to coach in an environment where all of the people want to be fit and healthy, and they're bought into the ethos that we have, which is move always, all days. So no matter what we get them to do, whether it's yoga or proven in Emily's Pilates, or a run club, or I don't know, even Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Boxing.
Yeah. It's about moving, and they trust us enough to be able to be like, this is something that you should do, it's beneficial, come do it.
Yeah.
If it proves to be popular, then of course we want to be able to do it again and again and again. There's proof of concept. But yeah, with Chloe, it just gave me the idea of like, okay, we can definitely add her in. Does she want to be a full-time coach here? Probably not. She probably wants to do a couple of here, a couple of there, and she could probably go do it off somewhere else. But yeah, our members resonated with it really well.
Yeah, and I think it just complements everything that we're doing.
Yeah.
As well.
We've got, for what I coach, we've got the strength training, aerobic capacity. So that's like, high intensity interval workouts, and then aerobic efficiency, which is like, the slower, like zone 2 cardios. And then with yourself, we've got Pilates, which is connecting with your mind and muscles. It's like the gap between a lot of the things that we talk about. It's the regression that we need sometimes for people, rather than battering their bodies all the time.
Yeah.
But also progressive in the sense that it actually allows them to connect with their bodies. The same as yoga, it's a little bit more, I wouldn't want to say flowy, because Pilates is flowy as well. It's just different.
Yeah,
More stretchy.
Restorative.
There's a good word. Yeah, restorative.
Yeah, there is a major difference between Pilates and yoga, and maybe we'll talk about that as well.
We will actually. But yeah,
because there is a difference, and I really noticed that doing. Because I haven't done yoga in quite a long time.
Yeah, me neither actually. It was tough. It was tough.
But no, it was amazing.
It was good. It was really good, and our members really resonated with it, which is the point. So, day in the life done. Bedtime.
Bedtime, yeah.
Bedtime.
Get me to bed.
Bye, guys.